When was the last time you did a full face of makeup in 15 minutes? Watch me get ready for work in 15 minutes with a full face of makeup. Okay, so first things first, clip that hair back. Okay, but take a second to look at the blending. It looks good. It looks real good. Okay, so first things first, you want to do your skincare. I'm gonna set my timer for... Okay, that's not my timer. I'm gonna set my timer for 15 minutes. If I can find the start button. Go. Or go. There we go. 15 minutes on the clock. Let's get ready.
First, I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Hyaluronic Acid Setting Spray, and then I'm going to go in with the Beauty Bakery Setting Spray.
Next, you have your Milk Makeup Hydraulic Grip Primer. All over. Next, you want to do a clear brow gel. No, it doesn't have to be perfect, but we are in a time crunch, and honestly, brows are what takes me personally the longest. Next, I'm gonna go in with my setting powder and lightly dust my brows to help the gel dry faster, and also create that canvas for when I do line my brows or fill them in, whatever it's called. While that's drying, what we're gonna go in with is your concealer for any dark spots. I have a lot because I have hyperpigmentation, there we go. So if this will work with me, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go in any place that I have like dark spots, which is usually my laugh lines. And then I'm gonna take a blending sponge and just pat that in. All right, time check. We are at 12. Can you even see it? We're at 12 minutes left. Okay, now we're gonna go in with this for the brows. As the concealer dries, you can continue to pat it in. All right, so brows. This takes the longest for me personally, but I'm just doing short strokes going up. And you can be messy with your brows because you're gonna clean it up with a concealer. Like, I don't think I've ever drawn or done my brows and had them look good the first time around. But anyways, just fill it in more towards the end. And then I like to come in a little bit because I have sparse brow. I look like a child. There's a method to the madness. There's a method to the madness, I promise. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our concealer and a slanted brush. We're gonna go in with our concealer and clean up this mess. It's always a miracle when I get dressed in a timely manner. We're at 11 minutes right now. What I would suggest is putting all the concealer that you need like underneath your brows and then going in to fill them out. Or not fill them out, to line it with the concealer. So, and you can go back in as many times as you need to if you put the concealer like a little bit away from your brows. That way you can control how thin it gets. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Oh, and you're not gonna look cute if you're doing this fast. Like it's like during the process, you're gonna look like a crazy person. The one thing I keep forgetting is like you can't be perfectionist with your brows when you're doing them. But this looks good enough to where when I blend it out, it's gonna look better. All right, we're at, oh my God. We are at 9 minutes. Let's keep going, let's keep going. Now for my eyeshadow, I do like to have a base for my eyeshadow, so I'm gonna use my Prime and Prep from Juvia's Place. And then I'm just gonna blend it out. I love to have a little bit of eyeshadow primer underneath my eyeshadows. We are getting somewhere. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our eyeshadow. I don't like to go too heavy during the week, but I do like dimension. So I'm gonna go in with this. It's like a little purpley right here. From the Sonic Boom palette, it's the Dig Deep. Do another time check. We are at 8 minutes. Our lid color, which is going to be that one right there. It's the Lunar Disco. So I'm just going to pack it on as much as possible. Okay. Now we're going to go in with our transition color. Mine is going to be this Utopia. Okay, so we're going to use Zobo, from the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place, and we're gonna pack it on over everything. And you're gonna blend as much as possible here. Eyeshadow done. How much time do we have left? Oh my god, we are at 4.5 minutes. Okay, so now that that's done, you're gonna go ahead and do your liner. Okay, lids are lined. Let's do a time check. We have 3 minutes and 40 something seconds. Oh, 3 minutes and 30 something seconds. Okay, so now comes the fun part. Now we are going to go in with concealer and our foundation. All right, now what you want to do here is spray as much setting spray as possible and start to blend. Do as much blend as much as possible. I like to start in areas where I have a lot of the lightest concealer and just like continue on from there. And you'll see like foundation like running. We have 2 minutes left. You'll see foundation running, but don't be scared of it. Not my hair getting into my makeup. I like to use the back of my beauty blender for my stage. Oh, time's up.
Now I'm just going back in with my previous eyebrow colors and filling in as much as possible, anything that has been like blended out, and then making sure to sharpen those lines with a little bronzer. I'm going in with a deep appreciation for this concealer to brighten up my face, just to make me look wide awake. And then I'm going to press in some Beauty Bakery, the almond powder, the almond setting powder, just to set that. And then I'm going in with the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. I'm gonna put that on. If I'm in a rush, I'll put on the Strip Lash Adhesive as an eyeliner, and then I will go back and actually attach the lashes directly to my lash skin. I'm using these lashes from Amazon. They're almost out, but this just makes it really quick to just press it into that liner-like look. Now I'm going in with the Juvia's Place Bronze Duo palette. It's a bronzer that I'm using in the shade Dark. This is just to warm up my face and make sure that everything blends together. Alright, so for lips, I'm using these two minis from Juvia's Place. The lighter one is going to be the Bronze Toast, and then the darker shade is going to be the Bronze Chestnut. I'm using Bronze Toast on the inside, of course, and then Bronze Toast on the outside. I love these lips, or these lipsticks together. They make for such a really cute nude lip. So after that setting spray dries, I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty foundation powder. This is in shade 450. I'm just going to blend in any of the concealer that looks too bright. And then I'm going to use this puff and just dab in a little bit more of that Fenty just to get a really good blend. You never want to look like you don't have blend. You never want to see exactly where the concealer ends and where the foundation begins. Now I'm going to set the middle of my face because it is the summer and it's hot. So setting a little bit of brightening powder in the middle. This is the Beauty Bakery in Almond. So now you see, like, it just looks way more cohesive now, thanks to that puff and pressing in the powder and just blending. But last but not least, I need to take care of the hyperpigmentation on my neck. I like to just put a little bit of foundation, liquid foundation first, and then I like to go in with the same Fenty Beauty powder, and I use a puff and I just like lightly tap it onto the liquid foundation. This helps the foundation adhere, and even in the summer, like even if I sweat a little bit, it's not going to run down my clothes. Thank God. So now I'm just like blending it in as much as possible. It's not going to fully cover my hyperpigmentation, but it's going to look better. And then I'm going to set it with setting spray and let it dry completely. Last but not least, I'm going to do a little bit of lipstick again, just to make sure that my lips look as good as possible.
Actually, it took a little longer, but it still looks good.